Welcome to the Comic Book Shop of Doom. I'm your host. This video was not for children. So if you're under 13, get your parents' permission to watch this. I repeat, this video is not for children. So what are we going to talk about today? Judd Meyers, who replaced Chris Ryall as the publisher of IDW Comics, has been placed on administrative leave 5 days after he took the job. So what does this tell you? Well, for one, to me, it's not his decision. It's something that the company did. And what could it be? Usually it's disciplinary action. Could it be something he didn't agree to that they wanted him to do? Who knows? And you'll never know because IDW isn't saying, and I'm sure they have a gag order on him and his contract not to talk about it, especially if they're losing tons of money. But placed on administrative leave after 5 days, very, very fishy in the comic book business. And I wonder what's going on when they have over $50 million in losses for the last couple of years, possibly more. So either, my opinion, he was going to be the fall guy, and he balked at that and got mad, or they wanted him to do something else that he didn't agree upon, got into a big fight with them, and they just said, okay, we're going to suspend you. So administrative leave after 5 days. Who gets the job after this? Is there going to be a job? What did Chris Ryall know where he quit? So that job is a hot potato. That's even worse than Marvel's editor-in-chief position in the 70s, where they went through like 5 or 6 guys in a 10-year period. Shooter was the last one, like in 78 he was made, or 77, I forgot, 76 maybe, he was made editor-in-chief, and then he stuck it out until 87-ish, 87 or 88 he got fired. So he was there like 9 years, so it may be like 87, or I don't know, you'd have to look up the timelines, but anyway, IDW now has the hot seat, the hot potato seat for a position of a publisher. So who's the next guy? And this guy worked for Titan Comics in the UK, and he built up the Virgin Megastore there too. So he's got retail experience and he's got publishing experience. So that goes hand in hand with pushing their books in other outlets besides comic shops and overseas too, because he had the UK market. So what happens now? Who knows? And I'm like I said, they're not going to tell you the truth what's going on. But it'll be interesting to see the next guy or woman in that position, how long they last, if there's the position. So, yeah, so this is, and I'm not really making fun of this either, because I've read IDW books and I like a lot of their stuff. A lot of it is licensed properties. And, when do you bite the bullet and say this isn't working? The licensing isn't working. They tried to be a Netflix development company. That ain't working. They had like 2 or 3 TV shows canceled in one shot, So, it just isn't working. And what happens then? If they fold, does anybody buy the assets? What do they own? I know they own something, but it's not much. But you could get that in bankruptcy court for nothing, and then the rest of the debt just gets blown away. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's like a prepackaged bankruptcy they're planning or something. Who knows? But in the film business, they do this all the time, where they sign up a bunch of filmmakers, they get their movies, and then they file bankruptcy, and then they go to the bankruptcy court, and they're the only bidder on the assets, and they get the stuff dirt cheap, and they own it for the world. And then they resell the stuff. And nobody knows what's going on, at the time. And by the time it's all said and done, these guys already figured out, they got the movies for nothing, and it already went through the court system. So it's a screwed up deal. I'm waiting for that to happen with comic book publishers, where these guys just keep, like bowling pins, they keep falling down. And will Marvel or DC pick them up? I don't think so, because they got their own problems, and they don't want to be associated with some more bad press. But yeah, that really, really suspicious. 5 days he takes the job, and then he's put on administrative leave. Everybody have a good day.